Yo! Alright, let me check if everything's good real quick. And we're gonna be tweeting this out. If everything's good real quick.
I can't
and
hear it.
we're gonna be tweeting this out real quick. If everything's the reason why I can't hear is because for some reason my Bluetooth headphones don't allow me to real quick.
I can't
turn
hear
up.
it. Right. We are
We're gonna
live.
be tweeting this out real quick. If everything's
The
reason why I
good.
can't hear is because for some reason my Bluetooth headphones don't allow me to real quick.
I can't
turn
hear
up.
it. We are
live.
live.
Alright, before we do it, and yes, by college football predictions, I mean college football predictions. Bro, look at the amount of teams we gotta go through, dude. It's just buffering. Oh, hell no. Oh, it looks like it's fixed itself. Oh, it looks like it's fixed itself. Alright, let me go ahead and, yeah. Go ahead and post it, say we are live. I'm gonna share it to some of the homies on Instagram group chats, and then we're gonna get going and predicting. Glad it's no longer buffering. Alright. We are live. Alright. It's hot here. Let me turn on my air conditioner. Alright. Then I send the link to some Instagram group chats, and then we gonna get started, boys. Let's go. Let's freaking go, man. Instagram group chats, and then we gonna y'all feel that. Y'all know how that be. Alright. Chats. Yeah, let me find my. Yeah, hold on. There we go. My headphones can go between cord and not cord. Alright, there we go. Alright, yeah, I can hear it. Right. Boom, 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 boom. Boom, boom. And there's that. That is all the promo that I'm gonna need to do. I really wish I could get rid of this freaking ad down here, but I can't. Alright, like I said, we're gonna go week by week. We're not gonna do each individual team, because y'all see this freaking madness, okay? Y'all see the men. Yeah, let me actually, I need to pull up the chat on my phone. Alright. Let me go ahead and go to live. Boom. Alright, good. Alright. So like I said, we're going week by week. We not go and game by game, not each individual team. I'll let y'all know what I think is gonna happen and all that good stuff. Alright. First off, we got Yukon and Fresno State, right? Both pretty poverty. Fresno State's the better program, but if we talk basketball, then Yukon obviously. But here it's football. We have Fresno State versus Yukon. Honestly, this game can go either way. But since Fresno State is hosting, I'm gonna give Fresno State that win. Yeah, we got minor conferences, we got major we got everything, alright? We got UTEP and New Mexico State. New Mexico State's poverty. UTEP can be decent if they choose to be UTEP. San Jose State versus Southern Utah. Who the hell's heard of Southern Utah, San Jose State? San Jose State is one of those teams in the group of 5 that can be elite if they want to, but most of the time they're just like, okay, they're an okay team. Hawaii can be elite team if they want to, but they tend not to. They're just normally good at best. UCLA, can be good, bad, or great, but they're in a Power 5 instead of the Group of 5. So I'm going to give UCLA that one. Nebraska and Illinois. Nebraska is a poverty program. Well, not a poverty program, but they're a poverty football team at this point in the Big Ten. Illinois also is, but I like Illinois more this year. I'm not buying into the Nebraska hype that we get every single year. UAB versus Jacksonville State. UAB has been on a roll the last few years ever since they came back with their football program. UAB is definitely going to win that game. Apparently, Southern Utah plays a couple games. Interesting. You know what? I think I'm going to have to go team by team. Yeah, you know what? I'm going to go team by team considering some of these, games are a little bit weird, I feel like. So team by team is actually I get what's going on. Alright. What's going on is week zero games, which is what Nebraska and Illinois is. So this was like week 0, I'm assuming, and then this is like actually week 1. I wish they separated that on this website, but hey. We got Arizona State versus Southern Utah. Again, who's heard of Southern Utah? Nobody. Arizona State will win. East Carolina and Appalachian State. This game should be really good. This should be a really good game. They're both decent programs in the Group of 5. Appalachian State, however, has been running the Sun Belt for ever since they got there. Western Illinois and Ball State, both just okay. They exist. Western Illinois is less known, though. I'm going to give Ball State the victory there. Then you have Long Island and Florida International. Florida International should win that game. They are the home team, and again, I don't know anybody who's heard of the Long Island football program. All right, we got some. Now we're into some of the more major teams. Some of them. We got Southern Florida versus NC State in week 1. I'm gonna give NC State. I like NC State this year. And Southern Florida, while it can be good some years, NC State, is also good, and I feel like they are the better program. Buffalo and Wagner. Buffalo should run Wagner's shit, dude. Wagner, who's heard of Wagner, dude? And Buffalo, while I feel like is overrated, does deserve some of the hype. Then you have Ohio State and Minnesota. I was so high on Minnesota last year. I had Minnesota making the college football playoff before obviously all the COVID shit happened. If the COVID stuff didn't happen last year, my playoff was going to be Arizona State, Florida, Minnesota, and Oklahoma State. And I had Minnesota and Florida in the Natty, with Florida winning it all last year. I was so fucking wrong. Minnesota took a giant step back, and it was honestly sad. I feel like they're going to take a step forward, but they're not good enough to beat Ohio State. I am a Michigan fan, but Ohio State is just on top right now. You have Eastern Washington and UNLV. Eastern Michigan has been good as of recently, so I'm going to take Eastern Michigan. New Mexico or Houston Baptist. Who's heard of Houston Baptist? People know New Mexico. They know New Mexico State, but New Mexico State's known for being terrible. New Mexico is okay. Weber State versus Utah. Very few people know about Weber State. Utah is going to win that game. Tulsa and UC Davis. Tulsa again. These are some no-name teams going against some big-name teams. North Carolina and Virginia Tech. All right. So let me tell you what I think about North Carolina. I think North Carolina is going to be really good. I am buying into the North Carolina hype this year. Virginia Tech, I feel like, is overhated. I mean, they are not good, but they're not going to be terrible like some teams think. But with that being said, I do think North Carolina is going to win that game. They have UT Martin in Western Kentucky. Like, do I have to explain? Northern Colorado versus Colorado. Eastern Michigan versus St. Francis. Neither of these teams are really good. Honestly, I know Eastern Michigan's like super bad. I'm actually take St. Francis, even though I don't know that team. Old Dominion and Wake Forest. Old Dominion's so much worse than Wake Forest, it's not even funny. Who the fuck is Lafayette College, Air Force, Central Arkansas versus Arkansas State. Arkansas State's known for at least being decent. Akron versus Auburn. Akron's fucking poverty. Auburn will blow out Akron by as many points as they want to. Colgate versus Boston College. Bro, Boston College is going to whip on the toothpaste school, bro. They are going to whip on that toothpaste school, dude. The Citadel versus Coastal Carolina. Coastal Carolina had an amazing season last year. And then you have the Citadel, which is one of the Army schools, I think. Well, not like Air Force, Navy, and Army, but like I'm pretty sure they are an Army school. They're not known for being good. Coastal Carolina, definitely. I'm not buying into the Coastal Carolina hype, but they are going to start ranked. They're going to start off on a good foot with Citadel being their first opponent. South Dakota State versus Colorado State. South Dakota State is a great FCS team. Should be in the FBS. And Colorado State is in the FBS and should be in the FCS. So, yeah. Clemson and Georgia, the big game of week 1. This is going to be huge. Both are great teams. Clemson, we got to see how well this new Clemson QB is going to do. He's starting off with a rough opponent with Georgia. And honestly, I think if Clemson wins this game, they're not winning by any more than like 7 points at max. And I'm going to be honest. This is going to be a great game. But if this was at Georgia, I'm pretty sure it's supposed to be neutral. But if this was at Georgia, I would take Georgia in this game. But I'm pretty sure this is supposed to be a neutral site game. If not, it's at Clemson, right? If this is a neutral site game, it can go either way, right? But for the sake of this video, I'm taking Clemson. If it was at Georgia, I would say Georgia wins, but I'm pretty sure it's neutral site. Since it's neutral site, it's going to be even, and if it was at Clemson, I would take Clemson. I'm taking Clemson in a neutral site or Clemson at Clemson for this one, simply because they don't have to worry about, not having the home field advantage if it's a neutral site. They don't have to, and if it's at home, they're going to have the home field advantage. So I'm taking Clemson, but if this was at Georgia, I would pick Georgia. You have Northern Illinois and Georgia Tech. Georgia Tech is rising up. Northern Illinois is actually not that bad of a team. To be honest, I'm actually going to take Northern Illinois with the upset. We got a lot of games to get through, so alright, I'll only explain the big games. I'm going to go through them quicker because I can't be here for like 5 hours. Georgia Southern or Gardner-Webb. Who started Gardner-Webb? Georgia Southern. Army and Georgia State. Everyone knows Georgia State for being that one team that beat Tennessee. Army took a step forward last year, but not insanely to where they were to like finish the top 25. But Army should win this game. Iowa State or Northern Iowa. Iowa State. Kansas State or Stanford. I'm going to take Stanford. Kansas State has been on the decline while Stanford's been getting better. South Dakota or Kansas. This is going to be an even game, but I'm going to take Kansas in this one, surprisingly. Louisiana Tech or Mississippi State. I'm going to take Louisiana Tech. They've been a better team than Mississippi State the last few years. Mississippi State's been on the decline. They're not good. Louisiana State, they've been building up their program. Middle Tennessee or Monmouth. Who's heard of Monmouth? Central Michigan or Missouri. Missouri should win this game. They're hosting it. I do like Central Michigan this year, but Missouri's going to win this game. Yeah, Michigan State and Northwestern. I'm going to honestly pick Michigan State. I think Michigan State is going... Actually, no. I'm going to pick Northwestern. I don't think they're going to bounce back. They need a few more years to really bounce back, become like, their 2015 form again. Marshall or Navy. I'm going to take Marshall, actually. I really like Marshall this year. Navy, I feel like, is going to be okay. Oklahoma State and Missouri State. I was so high on Oklahoma State for them to disappoint, but they shouldn't lose to a Missouri State. Syracuse or Ohio. Syracuse should win this game. It's Ohio, not Ohio State. Oregon State and Purdue. Honestly, I'm going to take Purdue because Purdue's hosting this game, but I feel like they're about even. Actually, no, Oregon State's a lot worse than Purdue. What am I talking about? Pittsburgh beating UMass. Do I have to explain? Rutgers versus Temple. I'm going to take Temple. Rutgers is a poverty program. Temple is okay at best. Eastern Illinois, South Carolina. South Carolina is an SEC school. Eastern Illinois is where Jimmy Garoppolo went. You tell me who wins that game. Again, New Mexico State popping up. Again, there's a lot of same teams popping up. New Mexico State or San Diego State. San Diego State should run New Mexico State shit. Albellini Christian versus SMU. Who's heard of Albellini Christian? I have, but still, SMU should win that game. A&M should beat Kent State. who's heard of this school? TCU. Texas State or Baylor. Baylor should win this game. Troy or Southern. I'm going to take Troy. Oklahoma or Tulane. Oklahoma. BYU or Arizona. I'm going to take BYU. I do get the Arizona hate, but I'm not a huge, like, Arizona hater. Like, I get why people don't think they're going to be good. I don't think they're going to be good, but still. I'm not like, oh, they're going to lose like every game. You know, they're not going to, but they're going to lose to BYU. Rice or Arkansas? Arkansas, definitely. Miami, Ohio, Cincinnati. Cincinnati is going to be insanely good this year. Cincinnati's win this game. Cal or Nevada? I'm going to take Nevada. Nevada is going to finish ranked. Same with Boise State. I'm going to take Boise State over Central Florida. LSU or UCLA? This is a pretty big game. I feel like both teams are going to take a step forward. I'm honestly going to take UCLA in the upset. Is what that would be. Yukon or Holy Cross? Honestly, I'm going to take Holy Cross. Holy Cross is not a bad FCS school. FAU or Florida? Florida should win. I'm going to take Texas Tech. Then Hawaii over Portland State. I'm going to take Illinois over UTSA. Kentucky. Western Michigan or Michigan. Alabama or Miami. Sorry, Miami. Alabama's winning this game. West Virginia or Maryland? West Virginia. Duke or Charlotte? Duke. NSU versus Northern Texas. Oregon's going to beat Fresno. Southern Mississippi over South Alabama. USC over San Jose. Norfolk State versus Toledo. Texas over the Raging Cajuns. Whatever this school is versus UTEP winning. Bowling Green or Tennessee. William and Mary versus Virginia. Montana versus Washington. Wyoming over Montana State. Penn State or Wisconsin. Finally, some bigger games. Penn State and Wisconsin. Penn State's going to take a huge step forward. They're probably going to finish in the top 10. So I'm going to take Penn State. Iowa or Indiana. Honestly, actually, no, Indiana. I'm kind of buying into the Indiana hype, but not as much as some people. Nicholas, if you know, Nicholas was insane the beginning of the FCS season, blowing out two teams like 80-0 or some stuff, but they're going to be the ones losing 80-0 against Memphis, and they fell off after that. ETSU or Vanderbilt. Vanderbilt's trash, but they should be ETSU. Utah State versus Washington State. Both pretty even teams. Honestly, take Utah State in the upset. Notre Dame or FSU. This is a huge game. All right. Because here's the thing. Notre Dame is so overrated every year. They play like a cupcake schedule every single year, right? Besides like 1 or 2 games. Now, here's the thing with Notre Dame, though. They start off ranked in the top 10 every year. I'm like, no, they're not a top 10 team unless they can actually fucking prove it. And they don't prove it. That's why they get shitted on in the playoffs. All right? They are losing a ton of talent this year, and they're still being ranked in the top 10. No, they are not in the top 10. They are going to finish top 20 at best. They're going to finish ranked, but they're not finishing, in the top 10. All right? Florida State, while it's been a poverty program the last few years, honestly, since it is, week 1, like I'm pretty sure it's supposed to be, Florida State is beating Notre Dame. There's no, I feel like they are. They're hosting the game. I'm sorry, Notre Dame's just losing too much. Ole Miss or Louisiana, Ole Miss. So that's week 1. We've been live for 18 minutes. Oh, fucking boy. Some teams we already predicted multiple. You know what? Fine. Starting now, I'm going to do through each team separately. Right? So, Auburn. Yeah, see, like, what? Okay, this is all. Alright. Apparently, that quote-unquote the weeks are just collection of games. They're not in actual order. I'm going to do it team by team. How many teams we have? We have over 100 to get through. Okay. I'm still not going to explain a lot. All right, but I'm trying. I'm gonna try, dude. Alabama and Arkansas. Auburn and Arkansas. Auburn should beat them. Alabama State or Alabama State, bro. South Carolina or Auburn. LSU, Georgia, Ole Miss, A&M. Bro, y'all will start off 4-0, but then because you're facing pretty easy teams, but then you got this 4 games. I'm high on Ole Miss this year, by the way. Last year I was high on Ole Miss. This year I'm still high on Ole Miss. All right, I already said you're gonna be Akron. Penn State's beating you. Alabama's beating you, and you'll beat Georgia State. I don't know why you had Georgia State at the end of the year. 6-6 for Auburn or Oklahoma State. Again, this is not going to go in depth because simply we have so much to go through. Kansas State or Oklahoma State? Oklahoma State. Kansas State's not that good. West Virginia or Oklahoma State? I'm going to take West Virginia, and honestly, then Oklahoma. You will beat Kansas. If you lose to Kansas, you can say bye-bye to the rest of your season. Unless Kansas somehow pulls another 2007. Oklahoma State versus Texas Tech, you will beat Texas Tech. Iowa State will beat you. You will beat Baylor. Honestly, I'll take you over Texas. Texas and Oklahoma are leaving the SEC, so the question is, can they, go crazy this year? I'm not sure about Texas. You'll see my thoughts on Oklahoma when we get to them. Boise State or Oklahoma State, honestly, Boise. TCU, I'm gonna pick TCU in the upset, and you will beat Tulsa. 7-5 for Oklahoma State. UTEP. UTEP is a smaller program, so again, I'm not going to try to explain as much. I'm going to explain even less for smaller programs. The bigger programs, depending on some game, depending on the game, I'll explain more. UTEP and Rice, you'll beat Rice. UTSA will beat you. FAU, Boise State, you'll beat New Mexico. UAB, Louisiana Tech, Southern Mississippi, Northern Texas, and you'll beat Old Dominion. 5-7 for UTEP. Not the greatest, but I just think those teams are better. Mizzou. All right, you'll beat SE. You'll beat Missouri State, Southeastern Missouri State. You'll beat Northern Texas. You're losing to A&M. You've actually played Florida close, and I'm honestly going to give you the win against Florida. Florida's losing a ton this year. Like, aren't they losing 20-some starters? Yeah, you will beat Missouri. Like, Florida's not taking a huge step back, but they are going to take a step back. You'll beat Arkansas. You will beat Tennessee. Yeah, honestly, Mizzou, I'm high on Mizzou this year, guys. Vanderbilt, you'll win. South Carolina, you'll win. Boston College, you will win. Georgia, that's where your second loss of the season comes. And then I feel like you'll beat Kentucky. Honestly, Mizzou's heavily underrated this year. I have Mizzou going 10-2. Depending on how Georgia does, because Georgia's probably good, they could win the East depending on how Georgia does. I mean, Mizzou lost 2 conference games, so Georgia has to lose more than that. Fresno State, Boise. There's no questions about it. All right, Air Force or Boise. Nevada. I'm gonna take Nevada in this game. Nevada's gonna go crazy this year. They're not gonna be in the playoffs or anything, but they're gonna go crazy. San Diego State, Wyoming. I think BYU will beat you though. So 10-2. For the Boise State Broncos, the Bluefield Juggernauts. Temple or Boston College, Eastern Carolina. You will beat Southern Florida. Memphis will beat you. Central Florida will beat you. Tulsa will beat you. You'll upset Houston. You'll beat Wagner. Navy will beat you. You'll beat Akron, and Cincinnati's gonna whoop your shit. It's 5-7 for Temple. I'm just trying to get through this as fast as possible, but not like too fast. Okay, yeah, I can confirm now that... Okay. These schedules are not in order either. As you can see that. This is a newer feature, like the mass predictor, right? That they added for college on this website. Obviously not in order because I have Michigan and Ohio State out week 1. But y'all know this is will be the final game on Ohio State's schedule. This is one I'm going to break down. Even though I'm a huge Michigan fan, I love Michigan. I would love anything more to be Ohio State. We are not on Ohio State's level right now. Michigan will do good, but we are not playoff potential. Ohio State will be beating us this year. I'm sorry, fellow Michigan fans, but Ohio State's winning. You'll beat Tulsa. Oregon is going to beat you. I'm sorry. I feel like Oregon is a better team. Michigan State or Ohio State. Michigan State's gave you some scares over the years. But I'm taking you. Indiana, Ohio State. Indiana is so fucking hungry because, the NCAA and Big Ten suck off Ohio State so much. They robbed Indiana from making the Big Ten championship against Northwestern and put Ohio State in. And Ohio State ended up making the national championship when they shouldn't have even been in the fucking playoffs. I'm sorry. That's just a fact of the fucking matter because they changed it last minute. Indiana is looking for some mad revenge. They're gonna go fucking berserk on Ohio State. I'm taking Indiana. I'm sorry, but they're looking for revenge because the Big Ten and NCAA just decided to suck off Ohio State so fucking hard. They should have not made the fucking playoffs last year. I'm sorry. That's just a fact of the matter. They changed the rules last minute for their ass. All right. I'm sorry. That just pissed me off. Indiana's winning that game. You'll blow up Maryland how many points you want to. You'll blow up Nebraska how many points you want to. Again, I feel like Penn State's going to finish top 10. Do I think they're good enough to beat Ohio State at Ohio State? Not yet. Akron, you'll blow them out as much as you want to. Purdue is going to scare you, but you'll beat them, and you should blow out Rutgers. All right, 10-2 for Ohio State. Not what Ohio State fans want to see, but that's just my genuine opinion. Oregon and Utah. You should, honestly, I'm going to take Utah, but you're going to lose to USC. You'll beat San Diego. You'll beat Oregon State. You'll beat Washington State. You'll beat Arizona by however many points you want. UCLA or Utah? I'm going to take UCLA. I'm confident with UCLA. Arizona State and Utah? Arizona State. Honestly, Arizona State. Utah and BYU. Utah, Stanford. Utah and then Utah. 10-2. 9-3 for Utah. Louisiana Tech. I feel like you'll lose to the UAB. UAB is just a great team. They have been for the last few years. Louisiana. Actually, no, NC State. I need to pay attention. Louisiana, Southern Miss, and then UTSA. You're a good team, but you're not great. You'll go 8-4. You'll lose a couple games at the end that you shouldn't have lost. Pittsburgh and Pitt. You got Pitt. Pitt's gonna beat Duke. You're gonna lose to Clemson. You'll beat Syracuse. Lose to Virginia. You're gonna lose to VTech. You're gonna beat New Hampshire. Western Michigan will beat you. Georgia Tech will beat you. North Carolina and Miami will beat you. And Tennessee will beat you. That's a rough end of the season. God damn. You only have a chance to win these 2 games and maybe the Tennessee game. I'm sorry, 4-8. Arkansas State. All right, you'll beat Georgia State. Raging Cajuns will win. Tulsa, Washington, Appalachian State. I'm sorry, that's a rough beginning to the season. I'm so sorry. Arkansas State will beat South Alabama. Coastal Carolina is taking a step back. Memphis, you will lose to Memphis. You'll beat UL Monroe. You'll beat Texas State, and you'll beat Georgia Southern. You have a rough beginning of the season, hence why you're 7-5. If you didn't have that rough of a beginning of the season, I could see you probably beating Tulsa, but simply because it could be a very big track game because you got big Washington game. Yeah, I'm sorry. Arizona State. I'm high on Arizona State. Oh, that was Utah. I'm high on Arizona State. I have USC versus Arizona State. Honestly, I'm going to pick USC in that game. You'll beat Colorado. Arizona State versus UCLA. You'll beat UCLA. You'll beat Washington State. You'll beat UNLV. You'll beat Oregon State. Washington's going to beat you. You'll beat Stanford. You'll beat BYU. You'll beat your rival Arizona. You're going to go 10-2, a step back from what I had you guys last year, but about the same from last year in real life. Cincinnati, like I said, they're going to go fucking crazy. They're going to beat SMU. They'll beat FSU. They'll beat Eastern Carolina. They'll beat Tulsa. They're going to beat Notre Dame. Crazy, right? I feel like Cincinnati's bringing so many of their key pieces back that you have to have them in your top 10 for your preseason top 10. Notre Dame's losing 9 pieces. Now, you can have them in your top 10, but I'm going to disagree. You know, at highest I can see them being is 12th in a if I did a preseason pool, all right? I don't do them, but they wouldn't be in my top 10. Notre Dame's just losing too much. I'm going to pick Cincinnati. Cincinnati is going to finish top 10 this year. Indiana's going to give you your first loss. You'll beat Murray State. You'll beat Tulane. You'll beat Navy. And I feel like you'll beat Central Florida. 11-1 for the Bobcats. I'm pretty sure they're called the Bobcats. But Cincinnati, 11-1. Virginia, you'll beat Duke. You're going to lose to Miami and North Carolina. Illinois is going to beat you. You'll beat Wake Forest. Louisville will beat you. You'll beat VTech. Yeah, that's crazy. The VTech, like I said, I don't think VTech's going to be as bad as some people are saying, but still not going to be good. All right? Georgia Tech, you'll beat Georgia Tech. BYU will beat you. And even though I feel like Notre Dame's losing a lot of pieces, there's no way they should lose to Virginia. Virginia's going to go 6-6. Clemson, oh my God. Clemson, a constant playoff team. What am I going to have for them? My phone's dying. I'm going to have to close up chat. You're going to beat Syracuse. You're going to beat Wake Forest. NC State will give you a scare, but you'll beat them. You'll beat whatever South Carolina State is. You'll beat Yukon. You're just going to run through everybody's shit this year, okay? There isn't a single team Clemson should lose to. They will be 12-0. Again. Georgia's the only one that can give them a scare. Middle Tennessee, Liberty. You'll beat Middle Tennessee. Middle Tennessee you'll win. Western Kentucky, to be honest. Southern Mississippi, Yukon, Charlotte, FAU, Marshall, VTech. You'll beat Old Dominion and you'll beat UTSA. Middle Tennessee goes 7-5. Army. Oh, bro, I love Army. Wake Forest, you'll win. You'll beat Western Kentucky. Honestly, I'm gonna take Air Force. You'll beat Yukon. You'll beat Miami, Wisconsin. I'm gonna take you in the annual Army-Navy game. Why are there only 9 games for Army? What the fuck? Ball State. I'm sorry, some of it is broken. I'm very sorry, but with what tier? 7-2 for Army. UAB. Marshall will beat you. You'll beat Tulane. Georgia will beat you. You'll beat Rice. You'll beat North Texas. You'll beat UTSA. You'll beat Liberty. You'll beat Southern Mississippi. And you'll beat FAU. UAB is going to go 10-2. UNC, like I said, I'm buying into the UNC hype this year. They don't even face Clemson, which is a miracle for them. All right, Georgia Tech, you're going to beat these 3 teams. Notre Dame, you're going to go to Notre Dame, but you're hungry for that win. And like I said, Notre Dame's losing a lot. North Carolina's bringing the ton back. North Carolina winning. You'll beat Georgia State. Miami or North Carolina. North Carolina. I'm sorry, Miami. I just got North Carolina winning. NC State, you'll beat NC State. You'll beat Florida State. And you will beat Wake Forest. That's right, guys. I have North Carolina going 12-0. This means I have the ACC championship against 2 possible top 5 teams. Like both of these teams are probably gonna be in the top 5 by the end of the season if they're both 12-0. Who's gonna make the college football playoffs? North Carolina or Clemson? Toledo. All right, Ohio, Eastern Michigan. You'll beat Bowling Green. You'll beat Akron. Notre Dame will beat you. Central Michigan will beat you. Western Michigan will beat you. You'll beat UMass. Ball State will beat you. Northern Illinois will beat you. And I am honestly going to take Toledo versus Colorado State. 6-6 for Toledo. TCU. They were good a few years back, but not good anymore. Cal. Texas Tech. TCU. West Virginia. TCU. Texas. TCU. Oklahoma. Iowa State. TCU going 7-5. They'll at least make a bowl game. All right, Washington will beat Colorado. Will beat UCLA. I'm taking Michigan. You are going to Michigan. Michigan will win. Stanford. I'm going to take Washington. I'm going to take Washington. Washington and Oregon. Honestly, Washington. Washington is going crazy this year. 11-1. Insane, right? Yeah. They have a pretty easy schedule besides Oregon and Michigan and Arizona State. The rest of the teams, UCLA could probably upset them, but I don't have it here. App State, win, yes, win. Whoa, win, loss, win. App State going 11-1 per usual for the good old Mountaineers. Buffalo, win. I'm sorry, Nebraska, win. Western Michigan, Coastal Carolina, and Northern Illinois. Yeah, you were on a run, starting off 9-0, but you lost your last 3 games. Pretty tough last 3 game run for a MAC team. Nevada will win. Like I said, Nevada's going crazy this year. Win. 12-0 for Nevada. Crazy. Northwestern. All right. Win, loss. Win, loss. Northwestern going 8-4. They won't fall back too much. They're only losing 1 more game than they did last year. USC. Win. Surprised. I have USC falling to an upset. They're going to go crazy this year, but they're going to lose at least 1 game. Win. Honestly, you're finishing off with Cal. I think you will win this game. 11-1 for USC. They're going to return to glory this year. By return to glory, they're going to be really good. A&M was so gypped from the playoffs, I don't even care what anybody says. South Carolina, I'm going to take Ole Miss, though. You'll beat Mississippi State. You'll beat Prairie View. You'll beat LSU. Yes, I have them over LSU. You'll beat Colorado, New Mexico. Honestly, I'm gonna take them over Alabama. Yeah, you heard me right. I have Texas A&M beating Alabama, only losing to Ole Miss this year. I know it sounds fucking crazy, right? I'm sorry. It's hard for anybody to go 12-0. I've only got a few people doing it so far. Memphis over Tulane, Central Florida. Honestly, Central Florida is actually going to beat you. You'll beat Eastern Carolina. Houston's not going to be that good, but I will take Houston. They'll beat, actually, no, Navy's winning. They'll beat Tulsa, Mississippi State. You'll beat UTSA, and SMU will beat you. 7-5 for the good old Memphis. Oklahoma would be number one in my preseason poll. Their defense is solid, and they have a great offense like always. They're going to run everybody's shit. I'm going to save the Iowa State game for last, all right? They're going to run everybody's shit. This is the one game on their schedule that they could possibly lose, is Iowa State. And I don't have that happening. Oklahoma has their best shot at a national championship this year than any other year in the playoff era. It's getting kind of cold in here. Let me turn this air conditioner off. How long have we been streaming for? We've been streaming for 37 minutes. Wow. Okay. We got through not every team. We have over 100 teams. All right. Northern Illinois. Central Michigan will win. Michigan. You'll beat Wyoming. You'll beat Eastern Michigan. Bowling Green. Northern Illinois. Will beat Kent State. You'll beat Ball State. They'll beat Maine and Western Michigan. 9-3 for Northern Illinois. Starting off 0-2, going off on a 9-win tangent, almost going 10-2. Indiana, I feel like Indiana's going to go crazy, but not insane. Penn State is looking for revenge. I'm sorry, Penn State's winning. You're winning there. You'll win here. Minnesota, honestly, I think Minnesota will win. Michigan, because you're playing there. You'll beat Michigan State. You'll beat Western Kentucky. Indiana going 9-3. I have 4 teams going 12-0 so far. Obviously, Nevada wouldn't end up in the college football playoffs, though. Ole Miss. All right, Ole Miss, again, is one team that I'm high on. But they're not going to go like 12-0 or some shit, right? We'll see. They're just going to start They're going to start off 6-0. LSU will be their first loss. Then you'll beat Liberty. Then you'll beat Mississippi State, Alabama. And honestly, I'm going to take Arkansas. 9-3 for Ole Miss. I'm high on them this year, but not as high as I was on them last year. Again, only 4 teams 12-0. For some reason, Nevada's at the top. All right. Oh, wow. I got to actually scroll down to find the next team. That's crazy. Michigan. What's Michigan going to do? You'll beat Maryland. You'll beat Nebraska. You'll beat Michigan State. You'll beat Rutgers. I'm a big Michigan fan. This is my last opinion. Wisconsin's going to beat us. Penn State is going to beat us. 9-3 for my good old Michigan Wolverines. Makes me sad. Alright, what's the next team? Penn State. Penn State's going to be a top 10 team this year. I don't care. You'll be Iowa. They are on a fucking craze. The only team they're losing to is Ohio State. And since they have less losses. Alright, so obviously a conference is based off conference record, right? Ohio State and Penn State, right, both have one conference loss. Ohio State winning in the head-to-head. But since Penn State got the better record, Penn State is going to the Big Ten Championship this year. Honestly, they are on some fuck shit this year. Western Michigan, I've been pretty high on them so far with 1 loss, but we'll see if that sticks up. San Jose State will beat you. Honestly, Kent State will upset you. Will beat Illinois. Central Michigan's gonna beat you. Your rivals. You hate them. But Central Michigan will win. Southern Miss. I've been pretty high on them. It's not gonna stick up with some of the teams they got on their schedule, though. Honestly, North Texas will beat Grambling State, UTSA, and Troy. However, 7-5 for good old Southern Miss. Alabama, what's Alabama gonna do? They're 11-1. They lost to Texas A&M. What the fuck? But that should be the only team that really gives them that much trouble. Honestly, the only other team that's gonna give them trouble is Auburn. All right, and maybe Ole Miss. A&M's the only team that's gonna beat them, and A&M has a worse conference loss, meaning Alabama is going to still make the SEC championship. Maybe. Yeah, I already did Army because Army for some reason is weird. All right, yeah, I'll take Iowa State over Iowa. Shocking. West Virginia. Iowa State. Actually, no, you'll beat West Virginia. Iowa State's honestly a really good team. I'm not. I shouldn't really be as high on West Virginia as I have been so far. You'll beat Baylor. You'll beat Kansas State. You're going to lose one of these 3 games, and I'm telling you now, you'll beat Kansas. Who are you going to lose? Texas Tech or Texas? It can be either one. You are hosting Texas. I'm going to say you beat Texas, but you're going to lose to Texas Tech. Sorry. You're losing one of those games. Marshall. I like Marshall. We Are Marshall is one of my favorite movies. You'll beat Charlotte. You'll beat North Carolina. You'll beat North Texas will upset you. Western Kentucky will upset you. You can see this is where you start to fall off. You'll beat Eastern Carolina. You'll beat FAU. You'll beat them, but FIU will win. You go 8-4. Wisconsin. How is Wisconsin going to shape up this year? Again, Minnesota, I feel like it's going to bounce back. I can take Minnesota. Eastern Michigan. Iowa. You'll beat Iowa. You'll beat... Well, I said Eastern Michigan. Yeah, you'll win that game. Notre Dame, Wisconsin. Nebraska. You'll win. Yeah, so you're only losing 2 games to your rival and Penn State, in my opinion. Central Michigan. I like Central Michigan. Funny thing, I have NCAA 11. In my latest season, Central Michigan went 12-0 in the regular season and almost made the Natty. All they needed to do, like they were ranked 4th. All they needed to happen was have Alabama and Oklahoma lose their conference championship games, and they needed to win their conference championship game. And I would have faced Central Michigan in the Natty. But what happened was both Alabama and Oklahoma won theirs. Oklahoma being ranked ahead and undefeated is who I ended up facing in the national championship, and I slapped them across the face, beating them like 50-something-6, right? Central Michigan lost their conference championship game, and it was sad because I wanted to face them. But hey, that it is what it is. Got Miami of Ohio. We take Central Michigan. LSU. You'll beat Ohio though. It's not Ohio State, so you'll beat them. Ball State, Eastern Michigan, and who the fuck is Robert Morris? You'll 10-2 for good old Central Michigan. All right. I gotta scroll quite far down. Well, not far, but still. Minnesota, I've been pretty high on them. I'm still high on them. I feel like they're going to bounce back, win a lot of games. Illinois is the one team that will upset you, though. After that, you'll win 2 games. But Maryland will upset you. And then you'll finish off being Miami of Ohio after losing to Ohio State. 9-3 for Minnesota. All right. Georgia. Arkansas to Georgia Tech. Man, these are just... Yeah. Florida is taking a step back. I'm sorry. Like, that was a no-brainer for me. 11-1 for Georgia. They have won the East. Yes, they have won the East. I'm sorry, Mizzou. You came close. But Georgia has no conference losses. And you do. You have a couple of them. Yeah, you lost one to Georgia. So Georgia is going to go to the SEC championship against Alabama. Whoever wins obviously gets into the playoffs. All right, Troy. I've only predicted 3 games for Troy. I feel like he'll beat Georgia State. Raging Cajuns. Honestly, you got a rough beginning, to be completely honest. However, you do get to be able to bounce back and finish with a respectable 6-6 for Troy. That's pretty respectable. Western Kentucky. FAU, you'll beat Old Dominion. Michigan State's beating you. UTSA is beating you. FIU's beating you. You'll beat Rice, though. 6-6 for Western Kentucky. That's pretty much average for them. Illinois. probably one of the worst teams in the Big Ten, but I have them winning 4 games. Whoa, yeah, that's right. I'm higher than most people. You'll beat Rutgers. You're losing to Iowa, though. You'll beat Charlotte. Maryland will beat you. And Purdue will beat you. 6-6. I'm higher on them than most people are, but I'm not like, oh, they're going to be a crazy team this year. Like, no. They got a few years. Western Virginia. You'll beat Virginia Tech. You'll beat Baylor. You'll beat Kansas State. So yeah, I'm higher on them than most people. You'll beat Texas Tech will beat you. You'll beat Long Island. You'll beat Kansas. Texas will beat you though. I haven't been kind to Texas this stream, but 8-4 for West Virginia. I'm higher than them than most people. Speaking of Texas Tech though, Texas Tech, Texas will beat you. You'll beat SFA. You'll beat Baylor. You'll beat FIU. You'll beat Kansas. Like, you know, they're not a consistent team, but yeah, and because you're not a consistent team, you're gonna lose to Kansas State. To be honest, if you ask me, they just can't go in play week in week out great football. You know, Coastal Carolina, one team very hyped up this year that I'm not buying insanely into, but I am buying into a little bit. As I do think they'll be a great team, but not as good as they were last year. They will finish 10-2, very respectable, but they won't be as good as like the 12-0, 11-1 team that they were last year. So, yeah. All right, let's see. Miami. I'm sorry, Miami. You ain't making the ACC championship like you want to so bad. But you lost to Alabama, and I have you losing to North Carolina. I'm sorry. All right. You'll beat Central. However, if it makes up for anything, you're going to go crazy this season. There's no way you lose any other game than those two. Every other game you have is lucky enough to, you know, get you a 10-2, maybe even a New Year's Six Bowl appearance. So, Miami is on their way up. I feel like they could be playoff contenders by next year. Northern Texas, I'm kind of high on, but kind of not. They're like an okay team. As you see here, I have them going 7-5. Not great, but respectable. Liberty. Hey, Liberty. All right. Yep, Liberty was a pretty good team last year, and they're still going to be pretty good. For some reason, they had the same thing with Army. 6-3 for them. What is this? Honestly, I should have stuck to like certain conferences. That's what I should have done. But I decided to do all the college football basically. I'm a fucking idiot. Raging Cajuns. Yes. No and no. 8-4. I'm tired of talking so much. You guys aren't. There's nobody even here. I've been streaming for almost an hour, and I got so many more teams to go through, dude. Oh my god. I'm going through hell. Texas. Yes. As you see, I already have them being meaty. You know, not to Texas standards. But those are only 3 losses y'all got, so be happy. 9-3. Oregon. Can y'all tell I'm dreading this decision? Oregon. UCLA, Oregon. Yep, 9-3 for the good old Oregon. SMU, Tulsa, Navy, Central Florida. You'll beat South Florida 6-6 for SMU, a team that was ranked a while ago, couple years ago. UCLA, I've been pretty high on them, but they do have 3 losses. But those are to 3 very respectable teams, and you're beating a very respectable Oregon team and LSU team, and those 3 other respectable losses are your only 3. So 9-3 for UCLA. Like I said, I'm pretty high on them this year. Utah State. All right. Sorry if I don't talk much. I'm like losing breath. I'm low-key kind of regretting this decision. So yeah. UNLV will upset you. Yeah. Utah State's not a great team by any means. 6-6 is what I have them going. As you see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. What the fuck? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. But they're going 6-6. Oh. Okay, there you go. Sorry, I was being dumb. I was being retarded. Boop, 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 boop. Air Force. Boom, 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 boom. And a boom. 7-5 for Air Force. They're not a great team, but they're not terrible. They're not a terrible team. Alright, keep scrolling. San Jose State. Gave them a little bit of props for this stream. Alright. Yes, yes, yes. What's the record? 10-2. Wow, actually pretty respectable. I didn't think I was going to have them at 10-2, but lo and behold, they are. BYU. You'll beat Baylor. They'll beat Washington State. Honestly, I'm going to take South Florida. BYU will be taking a step back this year. Don't get it twisted. 7-4. Don't know why they don't have all their games. Ah! Central Florida. Yes. No. Yes. 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 They should have made the playoffs in 2018. I will say that much for Central Florida. I feel like they should have made the playoffs that year. But you guys, those glory days of back-to-back undefeated seasons almost, are over. So, yeah. U of T, which is Tulsa. Tulane. Well, I've given Tulsa their props. They're just a okay team, right? They've beaten some, good, decent teams, but like they haven't beat top tier competition like Cincinnati, Ohio State, like they don't beat those teams, but they do can like upset some of them, but not like they're not going to. All right, UTEP, you'll beat UNLV, you'll beat Rice. You'll beat Lamar to finish off 7-5. Yeah. Again, I'm sorry. I didn't realize how much I'd have to do. Oh, this sucks. Boston College will beat Virginia Tech. Whoa, crazy, right? Yep. Syracuse, Boston College, Louisville, NC State, Florida State, Georgia Tech, UMass, 5-7. I'm sorry, I'm not buying into some of the hype they're getting. Like, people are like, oh, Boston College is underrated. Like, if they're underrated, then you're hyping them up. So I feel like they're kind of hyped in. I'm not buying it. I do not buy the Boston College hype. Sorry. Wyoming. You'll beat Ball State. Hawaii's going to beat you. You'll beat Yukon. Yeah, that's right. I said Hawaii going to beat you. You'll beat Fresno. You'll beat New Mexico, and you'll beat Colorado. 8-4. I'm sorry. I like Hawaii, but they're not a great team. But I think they're good enough to beat you. LSU. What? They have 3 losses. Is Aces being insane? No, that's just my genuine predictions. Other than that, though, other than A&M, UCLA, and Alabama, they'll be perfectly fine. LSU will finish in the top 25. They're not going to be the team they were last year, you know, starting it off losing to Mississippi fucking State. You know what I mean? Like, they're going to finish the season ranked. Florida State. Yes. Give me the Florida State. The Florida State man has not been good the last couple of years. But they are stepping back into the right direction. But this, like, middle stretch right here, dude. This middle stretch and then these last 2 games is what kills them. I do have them doing good enough to finally make a bowl game, but they're not going to, you know, in the last couple of years, you know, for like the first time in the last couple of years, but they're not going to be winning said bowl game. NC State, what's NC State going to do? I've been pretty high on them so far. And I think they're going to, you know, prove their worth this year. 9-3, I feel like they're a good program. Let's see here. Let's continue scrolling. Let's find a team to do. Oh, there's a lot of teams. Oh, Louisville. Alright, let's go, Louisville. Oh, what's Louisville going to do? They'll beat Duke. They'll beat Eastern Kentucky. They'll beat Syracuse. They'll beat Wake Forest. Whoa, they're going crazy. Kentucky beats you, though. Oh, shit. 7-5. I'm going crazy, guys. Help, I'm going crazy. I regret this decision. But I commit to it. I will finish this stream. 6-6 for the Kentucky man. 6-6. Florida. What's the Florida man going to do? They're stepping back, like I said, and they don't have 4 losses. That's not good for Florida. Did you say they weren't going to go crazy far back? Yeah, but they ain't going to be good enough to beat LSU, Georgia, and Alabama. Mizzou, they're good enough to beat, but Mizzou is 5-6 against them. So, yeah. But 8-4 for the Florida man. Alright, let's see here. Another team to do. Mountain Dew? Yes. Not sponsored. Nobody has joined at all. And I've been streaming for almost an hour. I'm doing all these random stuff. I hope somebody watches the video after, like, it's done. You know? Like, after the stream is done. And just see the weird shit that I started to do. Like, I'm not even going in depth for any of the games now just because I'm trying to get it done. Like, I knew it was going to take a while, and I'm fine with stuff taking a while, but the amount of teams, dude. The amount of teams. I'm surprised I got as much done as I did under the time that I did. Tennessee will go 7-5. Hey! That's good news for the Tennessee man, right? I'm pretty sure there isn't a team left without a loss. Some of these teams have no wins at all. Understandably so. Because some of these teams are poverty. Poverty! Oh, here, you know what? I mean, I'll do Notre Dame now. Fuck it. They have 5 losses. Whoa! Whoa, Angel, that's crazy. Yes, it is. But besides those 5, I don't see them losing a game. They are going to make a bowl game, but still. Only team they on the schedule that they have them losing to that they could beat, Florida State. Yeah, that's my opinion on the Notre Dame Fighting Irish. They are mad over retard. I did Pitt already, and they are 4-8. That is sad. That is sad. Y'all are that is sad. I forgot that I did them already, and I did them like 20 minutes ago. Guys, I'm starting to develop Dory disease. This isn't good. Oh, alright. continue. What the? Guess y'all play him twice? Okay. Why are you out here doing crazy shit and going 8-5? By playing New Mexico State fucking twice? Like, what? How? How Hawaii? Why are y'all weird? Why are y'all weird? Alright, 7-5 for Navy. Let's see. Ohio, not the state, because this is a MAC team. Yeah, but they're gonna go 8-4. Do 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 do. UMG can suck my balls, cause they're probably gonna claim this, but I don't fucking care. The only reason why they're gonna claim this is because it's in some sort of melody of some other song that I probably haven't heard. Hope y'all enjoyed that singing. Speaking of music, I have my music YouTube channel, link in the description if y'all want to go check that out. Houston going 8-4. Yeah, I'm not terrible. I'm not trying to be too harsh on Houston. I didn't have them doing great at the beginning. Okay. I mean, I'm already here. I'm just gonna pick a team. Purdue. It seemed like I picked. I think. I don't know. I picked nobody. Yeah. All right, Southern Cal. I mean, it's South Carolina, not Southern Cal. All right. It'll be East Carolina. It'll be Vanderbilt. 5-7 for the Gamecocks. Yeah, you heard that right. The team worse than the Tar Heels, that they don't even play, even though they should, because that'd be a good rivalry game. Y'all with me on that one? Y'all with me? Because I want to see that rivalry game series. I think it'd be a good series most of the time. Maryland will win these games. Will lose to Iowa. Will beat Howard. Will lose to Michigan State. Maryland is 5-7. No bowl game for you. I know most people can make the assumption that most of the teams I have incomplete, are probably going to have losing records for some of them. Others, I think you can understand that on why I would give them winning record. Like here, Iowa, 7-5. They're not going to be as bad, and they're going to be a bowl game, but I do have them 7 back. Like, I've kind of been an Iowa hater the last couple of years. I don't have them doing that well, man. I don't see it. I just can't see it, dude. New Mexico, let's go. Let's go, New Mexico. Let's go. 5-7. Y'all had that winning record. Y'all honestly had that winning record till y'all had this stretch of Utah State to Wyoming. This is a difficult stretch for y'all. Then y'all try to do something by beating Air Force. And San Diego State said, no, we ain't having y'all making a fucking bowl game. The fuck you thought this was, cool? Fuck you thought this was. You feel me? Speaking of San Diego State, here they are now. What's San Diego State gonna do? San Diego State's gonna actually do good enough to make a bowl game, surprisingly. 6-6 for them. The epitome of mediocre. Bro, there's a lot of there's some 1-win teams here, some 0-win teams. Bro, New Mexico State, come here. Because y'all are 0-10. Y'all probably got 3 more games. Oh, that's all you. I have New Mexico State going 0-10. Defeated. I didn't think they would have that shit. No. Michigan State. What the fuck? FAU. You'll beat Charlotte. You'll beat Fordham. 5 and 6 because y'all don't have all your games for some fucking reason. I'm going to go cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs. Syracuse. Syracuse was really good a couple years ago, and then they fell off, and they still fell off as a 5 and 7 mediocre team. They are the fruit. They are the orange. They are not good. Virginia Tech, for some reason, is called VPI. Again, I don't think they're going to be as bad as some people are saying, but they're definitely going to take a step back and have a losing record this year at 5 and 7. Excuse me. Georgia Tech, a team on the rise, but not there. They could probably become ranked within like 4 more years. But I do think they'll do good enough to almost make a bowl game. Only reason why they don't is that they got upset by Northern Illinois. That is the only reason. If it wasn't for Northern Illinois, they would have made a bowl game, which would have been a miracle for a Georgia Tech man. MSU. Oh boy, we're grinding on those. We're getting these teams to go down. We're getting them to go down, boys. Nebraska, honestly, yes, Nebraska. 5 and 7 for Michigan State. They will return the greatness. They'll make a bowl game by next year, though. Honestly, next year. They're getting better. They're getting better. You know, Michigan's little brother, Michigan State, is getting better. They'll be back. They'll be back eventually. Take some time. They gotta grow up first. All right. And Michigan will make sure to correct them when they do something wrong. So no need to worry. Yes, I had to throw in a bit of trash talk. Ball State gonna go 5 and 7. It's sad for Ball State, but honestly pretty normal. All right, keep going, keep going, keep it going. Colorado, 2 and 17. I haven't fallen off. I haven't fallen off big time. As they go 4 and 8, they're on the same level as fucking Pitt, dude. Pitiful. Huh, get it? They're on the same level as Pitt, which is pitiful. I need to shut up. All right. Arkansas. Yes, Arkansas is actually winning some games. 5 and 7. They'll be good within 3 years. I'm gonna say 3 years. They'll at least be good. Not top 10, but maybe at most 15th. Purdue is 2 and 8. Wow, y'all got a difficult schedule, in my opinion. Then 4 and 8 for Purdue. I'm sorry, Purdue. I just don't see y'all winning it week in, week out. You know, you can't. Who knows? You could flip it this record around, but yeah, like 4 and 8's the floor, 8 and 4 is the ceiling. Texas State. This random ass Texas State team. All right. Go off, Texas State. Go off. Okay, Texas State. Okay, look at them bounce back from being 1 and 5 to go 7 and 5 in my predictions. Let's go, Texas State. That's how you do it. You never give up. I come off as really weird. FAU, please tell me I didn't miss a game, because I think I did. I did. FAU 6 and 6 for FAU. Good job, FAU. Good job. You won 6 games. Enough for a bowl game appearance. Better than some notable teams like Purdue and Oregon State, which we'll be doing here soon. I think I've officially gone crazy, y'all. In Oregon State, which we'll be doing here soon. I think I've officially gone crazy, y'all. In Oregon State, which we'll be doing here soon. Alright, so let me go ahead and yeah, I did do that, right? Okay. Let me go ahead and yeah, I did do that, right? Okay. Alright, Cal. Let me go ahead and yeah, I did do that, right? Okay. Oh, okay. So alright, Cal. Let me go ahead. I can't have the audio. I'm sorry. I want to hear my stream, but still, Cal going 6-6. Honestly, pretty good for Cal. This middle stretch of games is really what saved their season for them. This beginning 4 is kind of rough, and this last 3, wow. Alright, let's continue going down, on down, scrolling down, down, down. What's oh my god. I got a ton more teams. Vanderbilt, a poverty program with actually a win. What? Yeah, they're gonna get another, but they ain't winning more than 2 so far. New Mexico State's actually been the worst so far, but still. Oh wow, Colorado State's actually been fully predicted. Wow, I only have y'all winning 2 games. Damn, Colorado State. Damn, y'all suck. According to me, but y'all actually really do suck in real. Like y'all ain't good at football, or any sport for that matter. All right, we got Stanford, and Stanford is looking to try to bounce back, but they won't. 4-8. Stanford will return to goodness eventually. Kent State. I don't think any team should lose to Akron, and if you do, it's sad. Akron should be like one of those teams that always go fucking 0-12, and if they win a game, that's to some random ass FCS team that gives them close competition, and they win by like 2 points at max. Mississippi State, the rival to Ole Miss. They're on 2 separate sides of the spectrum. Mississippi State is good enough to muster up 3 wins after starting 0-5. They'll start 2-6, then 3-6. Whoa, they have a chance if they win out. Oh, these are our last 3 games. The best y'all could do in that case is 4-8. So 3-9 is what y'all got. Y'all worse than a fucking Pitt, but y'all better than a Vandy, so that's something to be proud of. Kansas State, I've been slapping y'all around, and honestly, I'm gonna continue slapping y'all around by actually saying Kansas will win the game this year. Yeah, you heard me right. Kansas actually leads the all-time series between those 2. Crazy, right? Yeah, I thought so too. Kansas State going like what, 3-9, right? Yeah, I have them going 3-9. Yeah, 3-9. Oh, speaking of a Kansas, while Kansas might have beaten Kansas State, I'm pretty sure they ain't gonna beat them in overall record. See, yeah, Kansas State's gonna do overall better, but Kansas is only gonna beat South Dakota, which this isn't South Dakota State we're talking about, and Kansas State. So both of them suck this year, but Kansas State gets to finish as, quote-unquote, the better team. South Florida, I've been thrashing them this year. Y'all remember when they got ranked 2nd in 2007? Crazy. They'll beat Florida A&M. Eastern Carolina will beat you, though. And Tulane will beat you. 2-10 for South Florida. They've fallen off so hard since that number 2 placement. It's so sad. Because it was like such a crazy Cinderella story at that time. Bro, 2007 was literally the best year for college football. I don't care what anybody else says. We got Georgia State and Georgia State is gonna win some games. They're gonna go 4-8 to rhyme with Georgia State. That's how it rolls. But dogs. That's Georgia though, not Georgia State. That's Georgia. Country, Oregon State. Honestly, Washington State will beat you. You'll beat Idaho though. You'll go 2-10. I'm sorry, Oregon State. I'm not good. No. All of these teams basically they're gonna lose a lot of games. Miami of Ohio. I'm not high on Miami of Ohio. I don't like Miami of Ohio because they're not crazy good like that. You'll beat Akron though, and you'll beat Long Island. You'll beat Bowling Green, but Eastern Michigan's gonna beat you 3-9. Wow. Yeah, that's right. I'm going to start from the bottom now because it's just better. Arizona. Wow, y'all are 0-10. You'll beat Northern Arizona. You'll beat Washington State, though. 2-10. Okay, that's better. That's embarrassing for Washington State, though. Rutgers. Okay, what's Rutgers going to do? Win one game is what they're gonna do. Yeah, that's right. That's Rutgers for you, winning one fucking game. Ulm! Hey, it's Ulm! A 0-12 team. Our first 0-12 team. Alright. Rice. Yo, hold up. Rice low-key a powerhouse, though. They're 3-0 against Bama. They just did this. This is just an offer. Trust me, they're winning the Natty next year, guys. I'll say you'll beat Texas Southern though. 1-11. Y'all won't go 12. Old Dominion. Well, yeah, Old Dominion. You'll beat Hampton, but that's your one win. That's your yeah, I won a game. Yukon. UMass and Yale you'll beat. Yale is actually historically great. Yale has the most natties, I'm pretty sure. With what, fucking 20 or some shit? I don't know. I'm pretty sure Yale got the most. UMass only has 7 games on here, and y'all going 0-7. That is sad. Bowling Green beat South Bama, but yeah, you'll win those 3 games. You'll beat Akron because Akron is Akron, okay? Akron exists just to fucking exist. That is one team they can beat though. Is Bryant? They can beat Bryant. They can go 1-11. They can have a record other than 0-12 for once. Y'all happy? Are y'all happy? What about Washington State? What is Washington State gonna do? Oh, they'll beat Portland State 2-10. So much better than 1-11 like Rutgers. Oh, what about Nebraska? Nebraska hasn't been good in a while. Oh, 2-10 as well. Yep. I'm being super sarcastic. I'm sorry. I just want to make this somehow entertaining. UNLV, you'll be... No, Fresno's winning. No, I'm sorry. 1-11 for UNLV. Georgia State. Oh no, Georgia Southern, not Georgia State. What the fuck? Okay, Georgia Southern. 2-10 for Georgia Southern. This shit is going crazy though. I'm not ignoring these teams, obviously. As y'all know, that's the only record games they got. South Alabama. 2-10, right? Yep, 2-10. Did I get them all? I didn't. Hold on, let me double check some teams. Have I reached the end? I have reached the end with a 3-9. Yes, let's go. Let me just double check some teams. Double checking. I have predicted basically every single game besides a few, obviously, because, this website kind of fucked that part up. In the FBS, leaving my 4 12-0 teams being Nevada, North Carolina, Clemson, and Oklahoma. Obviously, the playoffs isn't going to look like this. You got Bama and Georgia facing each other for SEC championship. So here's what I'm going to say for the playoffs. How I think stuff's going to shake out to be. Clemson's going to make it. I'm sorry, North Carolina, but you're going to fall short. You got Clemson, Oklahoma, Georgia, and Penn State in the playoffs, right? I say Oklahoma will have the 1 seed. Clemson will have the 2 seed. Then Georgia. Who did I have Georgia losing to? Yeah, then Georgia. So Oklahoma, Clemson, Georgia, Penn State. That's my playoffs. Who do I have winning between Oklahoma and Penn State? Take Oklahoma. And who do I have winning between Clemson and Georgia? Number 2. I'm going to take Georgia. Natty, Georgia versus Oklahoma. And Oklahoma will be my national championship pick. Heisman winner will be Sam Howell, if you ask me. So that is that's the college football predictions. And oh my god, this took fucking forever. And by forever, it took an hour and 22 minutes. Imagine if I broke down every single game, dude. I only got through this so fast because I just Speedy Gonzalez'd it. I'm so sorry y'all had to sit through that. I'll see you on the next one. Peace.